What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Toolbox Chronicles. My name's James, and today I want to show you guys something that I built recently for my son. I've been seeing some stuff online here and there and got the ideas from other people. Figured I'd do it myself, give it a shot, and see what I could come up with. Unfortunately, I don't have a welder. So I built it all out of wood. I still think it came out pretty good. And if you're in the same boat, you could definitely go ahead and do the same thing. Pretty easy build, probably much cheaper than metal. Took a little bit of just kind of figuring out how to do things or how I wanted to do things. It's definitely a budget build. I didn't want to spend a crazy amount of money on it. But I'll go ahead and show you guys today. If you guys have any questions and maybe interested in building one yourself, let me know. I kind of just figured it'd be a cool thing to build him. He loves trailers, loves loading up his cars and all that kind of fun stuff. So I thought I'd make it a little bit more realistic for him. He seems to enjoy it quite a bit. There's probably a couple things I would still change if I was to do it again. But I think for the first time building it with no real plans, I think it came out pretty well. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a look at what I built. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, so here it is. Like I said, it's a mini gooseneck trailer. He's got a little truck here, a little 24 volt. This does have a dump bed on it, but it still works actually really well. Being able to bolt this down. Don't mind the messy garage. That seems to be a common occurrence. So we'll go ahead and get started here. A lot of the frames is built straight out of 2x4s, so right there is cheap, even just for the material for that. Really, all you need is a miter saw, or even a circular saw to build it. A little bit of measuring your angles, but like that's pretty simple. So as you can see here, what I actually did, because I didn't use metal, I used just wood, is this is PVC, it's 1.5 inches, I believe. And then I bought this little PVC, I think it's like a furniture leg piece, schedule 40. So I went ahead and put that on and just set a couple screws up into the PVC to hold it there in case for some reason this ever breaks. It'd just be much easier to replace. And then I got a pin right here. That was easy. I just drilled a hole through. After I get done showing you the trailer, I'll go ahead and show you guys the hitch. And I can drop a link for that if anyone's interested. But as you see here, this is, I believe, it's about 4 foot by, I want to say like 2.5 to 3 foot wide. I was trying to keep it somewhat in the size of the truck, so it didn't look so weird and wasn't super heavy to try to pull around with that thing. So I tried to kind of just think of the lightest things I could do to keep it that way and somewhat minimal wood, so I'm not adding a bunch of weight. But these little 10-inch wheels I got from Harbor Freight. I think I paid $8 a piece or something like that, and then picked up 2 5/8 bolts with some lock washers and flat washers, and actually just drilled it straight through the 2x4, and then used the washers to separate it, everything away so the bearings and everything could still turn just freely. I did put a couple of tie-down hooks here, just small ones, super cheap from Harbor Freight. I think I paid $1.50 for 2 of them. I might end up putting a couple more, but for right now, this works out really well. One thing that I'm gonna have to do is teach him how to use a ratchet strap a little bit better, or find something that works better for him. As far as the gate goes, I'd say that's the only part that I'm not super happy with. I just haven't been able to get it to hold up straight with these eyelets that I've been using. I was able to pick up a 6-inch one. Originally I used 2-inch ones, but they just were not long enough. As you can see actually here, the one side, because of how I tried to do it, busted right through the corner, but no big deal. Easily fixable. But I use cedar pickets actually for the flooring of it, because I use a lot of them anyways, and I had them right in my garage, so went ahead, used those, kind of give it a more of a realistic trailer look anyways. So these here I put in for support for the tongue, because when I originally had screwed those in, I realized that there's quite a bit of play. After yanking around once or twice. So it actually worked out really well, because I would put those on. I used a pocket hole for the 2 screws that go up that way, and that added a lot of strength to the tongue of it, and it also made it just have something so nothing would fall off the front, I guess. Seems to work out so far so good, but we'll see as he keeps going on. And then of course I added the piece on the front so it can't drive through the trailer. And then I went ahead and added this piece on just for more stability and kind of to give it more of that gooseneck look. But like I said, it's very, very easy build. Really, if you have basic knowledge, you can build one. The only thing I would try to improve is the gate, but for now, it works. It's good to go. He can use it. It's light enough for him to pick up or down, so that's really all that matters. I went ahead and just ripped down it's a 2-inch piece of my cedar picket to put there to keep it light, and then my hinges here I picked up, I think it was like $5 from Lowe's. And then I used my router and routed out to where the hinges go so they sat flush inside the 2x4. That way when I mounted my pickets for the actual gate itself, they weren't interfering. So, not that you have to do it that way, just I have a router, so I figured, screw it, I'll just do it and give it a shot. But I think for now it's done. Eventually might try to do something for lights. I know he says he wants some, but we'll see. Only because mainly I don't have a way to, I could run some sort of wiring from here to there, but I don't really want to hack into it, and but we'll see, maybe in the future. And then the only other thing I did was I actually just had some black undercoating laying around, not the rubber stuff, but I went ahead and put some of that on there, and it actually worked out really well. So gave it a nice look. I think it's going to be pretty durable as far as how it stays on there, but of course you can paint it any color you want. I should have put fenders on here, but I just really am not sure exactly. I think I know how to do it. I don't know. Maybe I'll add on one day, but for now it's done. You can run it. So yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up the trailer. Like I said, if you guys have any questions about trying to build one, definitely let me know. And like I said, I built it just to spec of his little 0-turn mower and his little John Deere tractor. So that was what I built this for. So that's kind of where I based the size off of. Like I said, I wanted to keep it somewhat realistic looking as far as size-wise, so it didn't look huge compared to the car. It still might look huge compared to the car, but I think it looks better than what I originally had started to plan out. But before I go ahead and end this video, I'm going to show you guys the Hitch ball that I used. I know I picked it up on Amazon for, I think it was like $10, maybe cheaper. I believe it's HUSKY brand. So I went ahead and actually just pulled this dump bed off, figured out where I could drill, put the 4 bolts in. It's definitely an overkill for what it is, as far as my bolts and everything go, but I have no doubt that it will stay on. So I'll go ahead and drop that link in the description. And that way, if you guys ever want to put one in, it's really just a matter of trying to figure out where you need to bolt the hitch down and make it work for you guys. As you can see, I didn't use all 6 holes. I thought that was a little unnecessary. But however you do it, it's up to you. So, all right, guys, so that sums up our video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions as far as the sizing, materials, anything like that goes, drop a comment below, and I'll definitely give you guys whatever I can if you want to build your own. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And once again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.